Do you ever wonder why some conversations just stick while others feel like pulling teeth? What if the secret to finding your yes or confidently saying no isn't about grand gestures but about tuning into your own internal compass? We are about to decode the subtle signals and empower you to make emotionally intelligent dating decisions that truly resonate. So, welcome to Dating Decoded, a mindful guide to yes or no in relationships. So, let's talk about the illusion of the one beyond fairy tales. Most people aren't heartbroken because they choose the wrong person. They are heartbroken because they believed in the wrong idea. We've been conditioned to believe there is one perfect person out there, someone who will tick every box, heal every wound, and never ever trigger our insecurities. And that belief, it's one of the biggest blueprints for disappointment. From movies to Instagram to family expectations, we are taught that love should be magical, effortless, and instant. So when real relationships require communication, patience, or growth, we think something is wrong. But the truth is, no human can live up to the fantasy that was never real to begin with. Idealization blocks your ability to assess a real connection. When you are chasing a fantasy, you're not seeing the person, you are projecting who you want them to be. You overlook incompatibilities, you rationalize red flags, you stay longer than you should because you're attached to the idea, not the reality. Real love doesn't come from external perfection, it comes from internal alignment. Alignment in values, alignment in communication, alignment in emotional maturity. Compatibility isn't exciting at first glance, but it's what sustains love long after the attraction fades. Number two, unpacking your internal compass. The gut feeling decoded. Let me tell you something. Your gut isn't confused, but sometimes it's speaking through fear. Genuine intuition is calm, neutral, and clear. It doesn't rush you, it doesn't panic you, it simply knows. Anxiety, on the other hand, feels urgent, loud, fear based. You know what? Past trauma can disguise itself as intuition, especially if your nervous system is used to instability. So the question isn't, do I feel something? It's, what is the quality of what I'm feeling? Here's something simple you can do. Journal this. When I imagine moving closer to this person, how does my body feel? When I imagine walking away, do I feel a relief or do I feel grief? Then do a body scan. Close your eyes. Notice your chest. Notice your stomach, your shoulders. Your body often registers truth before your mind can justify it. Energetic signals are subtle, a sense of shrinking, a tightness you keep ignoring, a pattern that doesn't sit right, even if you can't explain why. Your subconscious is always collecting data. The problem isn't that you don't see the red flags, it's that you talk yourself out of them. Let's talk about the art of authentic communication, expressing your yes or no. Let me tell you something, darling. Clarity is kindness, even when it feels like you're very uncomfortable doing it. Hinting, pulling away, or hoping the other person gets it creates confusion, not compassion. Clear communication doesn't have to be harsh, it just has to be honest. You're allowed to say, I don't feel aligned. I need something different. This doesn't feel like a yes for me. If it's a no, here's what you can say. I respect you, but I don't feel the connection I'm looking for. I wanted to be honest rather than disappear. If it's a yes, I feel safe and curious with you, and I'd like to explore this intentionally. Honesty delivered with kindness is never cruel. Active listening matters just as much. Don't argue with someone's truth. Don't try to convince them. A no is not rejection, it's informational. And a yes deserves presence, not performance. Here are some common pitfalls and how to avoid them. The dating decoder ring. If you're exhausted by dating, chances are you are stuck in one of these traps. Dating someone for who they could be keeps you emotionally invested in a future that may never arrive. Love happens in the present, not in potential. Swipe culture creates the illusion of endless options. So you either keep searching forever or you settle out of fear. Both disconnect you from intentional choice. You don't need more options. You need clearer standards. If someone can't meet you emotionally, your decision will always feel foggy. Clarity requires availability from both sides. Here's what you need to do to build a mindful relationship future. Intentional dating. Before choosing someone, choose yourself. Define your values before you meet anyone. Your non negotiables, your emotional needs, your deal breakers. This becomes your compass when emotions get loud. Slow down. Chemistry doesn't need to be rushed. Depth reveals itself over time, not intensity. A no is not failure, it's self respect. A yes isn't a fantasy, it's a conscious commitment to growth together. You're not looking for the one, you're looking for alignment, and when you honor that, clarity comes naturally.